Well, we are up bright and early this morning, which I was going to say can only mean one thing, but let's be honest, it could probably mean a multitude of things. But today it is a London day and I'm really, really excited to head into London this morning. Actually, do you know what excites me more than heading into London? Is the fact that when I woke up this morning, it was daylight. It got light before 6 a.m. this morning, which means that spring is well and truly on its way. In fact, as this video goes live, it will be after the clocks go back or forward? The clocks go forward here in the UK, which does that mean that we're going to get an extra hour of sunlight in the morning or the evening? I never really know. I never understand the clocks changing. I am someone that's actually really against the clocks changing because I just feel like we don't really need it. I've never fully wrapped my head around why we actually move them forward in the summertime, because it's just light all the time. In the summertime, we don't really need to like change the clocks to that. And I am someone who is so, like, my circadian rhythm is so important to me. And messing with my circadian rhythm just upsets me so much. Like, I feel like, so I get up at like different times on different days. My body knows if it's a Monday, you're up at this time. If it's a Tuesday, you're up at this time. Like, I swear, I always wake up, I always start stirring about 10-15 minutes before my alarm is going to go off. Does anyone else have that? I feel like that's not just a me thing. I think it's just like when you've kind of got into a routine and you have quite like strict, I don't know, I just think it's my circadian rhythm. So with the clocks changing, it's gonna really mess with my circadian rhythm. I'm gonna get very confused, but I don't know why we went off on that massive tangent. I am all dressed up and ready for a day in London, which I'm so excited about. I always feel like I like to go a little bit more out there with like my hair, my makeup. We've done a slicked back bun, which I have literally gelled to an inch of its life because I'm hoping it doesn't start falling out. There's nothing worse than when you've slicked your hair back and then you start getting those little like alfalfa sprouts sticking out. So we've slicked the hair back. I've gone for quite a simple outfit today, actually. It's a bit of a shame that I'm wearing a roll neck and we are almost in April, but here we are. I've also got my little mulberry bag with me, which kind of feels weird that I'm taking this bag in with me because I normally take into London like a huge work bag, commuter bag. I'll bring in my laptop, my iPad, like loads of stuff. I've actually not got a huge amount of time in between events today. So I've got an event this morning and then I've got a meeting for lunch. So I feel like there's not really any point in me taking my laptop. I can actually do a lot of work from my phone when I'm on the train. I can do a lot of like editing, things like TikTok, which by the way, if you're not following me on TikTok, cheeky little plug, go and follow me over there because I'm loving creating TikToks at the moment. I might actually TikTok vlog for the day as well because I think that might be quite fun. So that might have gone live before this video. If not, head on over to my TikTok and that will be coming soon. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose this morning, but I've got my mulberry bag with me because this is, I'm pretty sure, all I really need for the day. Let's do a little what's in my bag because I feel like this is like so classic. I've not done this in such a long time. Obviously got my wallet, my little card holder. I've got my AirPods, which I got these for Christmas from Alex and I have just been obsessed with them ever since because if you're someone that gets overwhelmed on like trains, I always like to sit in the quiet carriage as well whenever I'm on the train, and it drives me nuts when someone starts talking loudly in the quiet carriage. It's too embarrassing to be that person to say anything, but you know, when you just like shoot them daggers, like this is the quiet carriage. You're not supposed to be talking, you're not supposed to be playing music. Everyone just wants to be quiet and just enjoy their train ride. And so if ever someone starts doing that or I can't get a space in the quiet carriage, the noise cancelling effect on these, game changing, absolutely game changing. And I love the fact that you can change the little buds inside because I never used to be able to fit these in my ear because they are just too big. So I've got the like extra small little earbuds, so they fit perfectly. So I've got those. I've got my little Tatcha lip balm, which I'm just loving at the moment if my lips get dry. This is the Kissu lip mask. It is so lovely. I always like to take a little makeup pouch with me just with like top ups and things. This is the Summer Fridays Self-Care Club makeup pouch. I literally just have the most random ones in here. I often have like Jo Malone ones or things like that. This is quite a little compact one, so I've just got like lip liner in there. I do actually have my Bobbi Brown lip balm. This is the extra lip tint in the shade Bare Raspberry, of course, because that's just my favorite, and I always like to have a little top up of perfume. I've got Jo Malone English Pear and Freesia, which is the perfume I am wearing today. So I always just have some makeup top-ups in there, and then I will always take with me my glasses in a glasses case. This isn't actually the glasses case these came in, but this is a great one to take with me because it's quite a compact one and it's very like durable, so the glasses won't get damaged inside, because the amount of glasses I used to break, I used to be so uncareful with them. I just chuck them in without a case, so I always like to keep this case with me because it's like a proper durable case. But the actual case these glasses came with, the Giorgio Armani case, is huge, so I wouldn't be able to fit it in this bag, but I like to take these with me because I know that when we get to the end of the day and I'm on that train ride home, I'm just gonna want to rip out these contacts. I hate wearing contacts for like a really extended period of time. I'm not someone that does well with them for like 12, 14 hours. I don't know how people do that. As soon as we hit the like 8-hour mark, I'm ready to rip them out. And I think today I'm probably gonna have them in for more like 10 to 12 hours. So by the end of the day, they will be coming off when I'm on my train ride home. And that's what's in my bag. So as I said, I've got a really exciting day in London. So the first event I actually have a floral workshop, which I'm really looking forward to, because you know how much I love my flower arranging, and especially now that we've got the new house, I want to go all out with the garden, and I really want to create like more of a cut flower garden so that I can bring flowers in throughout the summer and I can just decorate our whole home with the most beautiful arrangements of flowers. So we're going to be doing a bit of a workshop about like flower arranging, about different kind of budgets of blooms and how to make them last longer, which I'm really looking forward to. And then I've got a lunchtime meeting, which I'm super excited about. I'm so excited to see the PR because she's just an absolute living, breathing angel. So a lovely lunchtime catch up is on the cards. So yeah, let me show you my full outfit of the day, because I'm kind of loving the outfit today. Simple but very me. So let me show you my look. It's always really funny when I've got to like put outfits together whenever I'm heading into London, because I kind of feel like there's like two types of Ellies. There is countryside Ellie here in the New Forest that wears her pretty dresses, wears the like welly boots, and there's like countryside attires. And then there's city Ellie when I'm heading into London for meetings and I want to look smart and I want to look elevated. And this is very much a Ellie in London outfit. Now I am wearing trainers today, which I feel like do go with the look. Let me know what you think. But I learnt my lesson from the other week when I just killed my feet and literally had to buy these from Marks and Spencer in order to stop myself from getting blisters. And ever since then, I feel like they've just become my favorite little trainers, actually. I love them. They're such a great dupe of the Adidas Samba, and they are super comfortable. They actually have like a squishiness underneath the toes, so they are great for walking around. And I feel like I've accepted that in London, heels and like stilettos and things like that, they're just not the vibe. No one really wears them, even if you are like actually a Londoner, because everyone's just walking around everywhere. So trainers it is, but I'm wearing them with a gorgeous little slip skirt. I love this slip skirt because it's just so like demure. It's so simple. I actually spent so long this morning trying to find my no VPL pants, so I've got them on now. So we have no lines, which I am so happy with, because I wasn't keeping them with like my normal underwear because they're not like my granny pants that I wear every day when I'm here in the New Forest. So found my no VPL pants. Very happy about that. And I've just got the most gorgeous little mulberry bag, my little Sandro jacket, and a little roll neck on top, which I am absolutely in love with. So cute little outfit of the day, ready for London. I don't think I need a jacket over the top of this. I think I'm going to be warm enough like this. You would think, seeing as though we are almost in April, that I would be wearing literally like one layer, like a little cotton dress, a little linen dress, but no, we are still very much in jackets. We're still very much in like full length skirts, and we're still very much in roll necks, but such is spring in the UK. But yeah, that's my outfit of the day, ready for a lovely day in London. I am super excited about today. It has actually just occurred to me that I'm ready a little bit early this morning, and I have two options right now. I either quickly make myself a coffee at home and not enjoy it, I kind of just neck it for the caffeine, or I could leave early, drive to the drive-through and pick myself up a coffee for the train, which I'm kind of tempted to do. Would anyone judge me if I did that? But at the new train station, there is not a single coffee stand there. I don't think anyone mans the train station, which I do feel like is just the epitome of living in the sticks. No coffee shops, no like little baristas that you can quickly pick something up on. So I might be a little bit naughty, go to the drive-through, pick myself up a coffee, and then I can enjoy it whilst I'm on the train. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm really excited. How lame is that? Well, my goodness me, is that sunshine I see. I could not tell you the last time I saw sunshine in London. It feels like it has been so long. It feels like spring has just been the longest time coming, but it really is feeling like spring here in London this morning. It is making me very happy, but I'm not gonna lie, I am very hungry. I'm heading straight to the brunch, straight to the workshop now. It is at a restaurant called Madeira at Treehouse London, which sounds really intriguing. I'm hoping there's gonna be lots of yummy food, and of course I'm going to need to grab a coffee. I did manage to grab myself a little takeaway coffee for the train, but I'm really looking forward to this brunch workshop. I think it's just going to be so much fun, so let's head there now. I'm not going to lie to you, being here really reminds me of when I used to shoot a lot in London. I used to come into Central, literally with a suitcase in hand, and get my outfit photos. And behind me here, I don't actually know what this is called, but I used to take a lot of photos like around this area. Let me know if there's anyone who's been following me for long enough to remember that, because I feel like that is just such a blast from the past. But this is giving me a serious London vibes. But we have arrived at the Treehouse Hotel now. This is what we are heading into. This looks so cool. I'm really excited to see what it's like inside. We have just arrived to the Madeira, and would you look at that view? I mean, you know, I'm a country girl at heart now, but I just feel like you can't beat a skyline view like this, especially in London. Oh, this is just so stunning. What an amazing space for such an exciting workshop.
Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts.
So first things first, we are learning how to use flower frogs, which, considering how much flower arranging I've done, I've never actually used a flower frog before. So we've got two beautiful blooms that we've just been asked to choose. I've gone for a beautiful tulip and some hellebores. We're balancing it with the flower frog, and it looks like the hellebores were a popular choice because everyone seems to have added a hellebore into their collection as well.
Keep losing sleep, I'm manic dream at midnight. So hard to please. Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Daisies keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm
So we have just learned how to create a beautiful floral bouquet, and I'm absolutely in love with all of the flowers we're working with today. Hydrangeas, roses, and one thing we've been chatting about is carnations, because they are kind of a bit of a villainized flower here in the UK, and actually they are so beautiful, and especially like to add those layers, to add that like colour, that texture into a bouquet, they are just absolutely beautiful. So we're going to give it a go ourselves now and create a stunning wedding bouquet. I mean, you never know, guys, this might be the bouquet that I walk down the aisle with or at least the inspiration for what I walk down the aisle with. So I'm so excited to start creating.
negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Daisies keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the low, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark, and maybe just a better kind of bitter.
So in true Ellie form, we have gone wild and wonderful with the bouquet. Look how beautiful this is. We've got hydrangeas, roses, we've got the carnations, and I keep forgetting this white one is here, but I absolutely love it. The most beautiful, wild and wonderful bouquet. I'm going to take this home and see what Alex thinks, because as I said, this could be pretty similar to what I walked down the aisle to. It is just stunning. I'm so honestly, I wasn't expecting to have created something as beautiful. It's harder than I thought, because you've really got to like keep your hand tight on the bouquet as you're doing it, but everyone's showing their bouquets now, and it's so lovely to see how different everyone's has turned out. Some people have gone like really classic, some people have gone really wonderful and wild like I have, but I'm so happy with how she's turned out. Well, that was such a fun event. I mean, I feel like you couldn't have planned a more perfect morning that I would enjoy drinking coffees, eating pastries and flower arranging. I've got my gorgeous bouquet in my bag here, and I'm just walking over to my lunchtime meeting. I've got a meeting at Mortimer House, which I am really looking forward to, so let's get going. earliest lunch meeting the most delicious pasta at Mortimer House, and I've even been kindly treated by the Bobbi Brown girls. I've got the most amazing bag of goodies, which I can't wait to show you when we get home. The volume is volumizing this morning. Wowie, is my hair giving a lot of volume. I obviously washed it this morning after doing a lovely slick back bun yesterday, which I have to admit is my favorite thing about my hair, is that despite the fact that it's obviously a lot shorter, it's obviously a lot more choppy, I'm still able to do a bit of a slick back bun whenever I am in the mood for it. And I always feel like a London day calls for a slick back bun because it just gets it off my face, and that I was able to do the flower arranging without any kind of like hair in my way. But this morning it's washed, it's fresh, and it is voluminous. That's all I'm gonna say. But I had the loveliest day in London yesterday. It turned out to be quite a bridal heavy day, which I wasn't quite expecting it to be, and I'm not gonna lie, it's got me really excited to kind of kickstart the wedding planning again, because I can't remember if I've said this, but Alex and I have obviously literally parked wedding planning throughout the whole house buying process. I don't know how anyone does it at the same time. It ended up being, actually, because I think I've told you, we've got our venue booked. We actually paid the deposit on the venue literally within the same week that we put the offer on for this house, and I so stressed out, I'm not gonna lie to you, that it got to a point where I was like, I just can't think about anything wedding related until we're in and settled and sorted with the new house. So I feel like now that we're in, now that we're feeling so much more at home here, and we are definitely a lot more settled, it's time to start doing a bit more bridal planning. So basically made my wedding bouquet yesterday. It was so much fun. Unfortunately the flowers didn't quite make it home. They'd been out of water all day. I ended up spending pretty much the rest of the day in London, and by the time my flowers got home they were so dry, they were so thirsty, bless them. But it was so much fun putting that bouquet together. It was beautiful, and I do think I want to do something similar with regards to my own bridal bouquet. I'm thinking hydrangeas. I'd love to put some thistles in there, because obviously our Scottish heritage on both mine and Alex's side I think is a really important thing, and I feel like that will work so well for a winter wedding. I'm thinking lots of eucalyptus, lots of foliage, and I don't know what other flowers to put in there, but those are the ones that I'm thinking of at the moment. And I feel like yesterday's floral workshop just really inspired me with regards to my own wedding bouquet and what I want to be doing. Talking of wedding things as well, I had a very fun meeting with the team at Bobbi Brown, who are just my favorite ladies ever. And all I'm gonna say, I think I'm allowed to say this, but if you love the wedding collections that Bobbi Brown has come out with in the past, you are going to love what is coming. I feel like being a Bobbi bride is just such a a stamp to hold on to. I know I've spoken about this a lot, but Bobbi Brown has always been such a special brand for me. I actually got the Bobbi Brown makeup manual when I was 12 years old. It was when I first started getting into makeup, and I loved just putting together eye looks. It's how I first started out on Instagram, sharing beauty and makeup. I didn't even share any fashion. In fact, I didn't share my face online. I think for the first 3 years I had my Instagram account. It was all flat lays, it was all beauty shots and things like that, and I ended up having my prom makeup done by Bobbi Brown, and it's just one of those brands that is so special. So they were really kind and sent me away a bag of goodies, so I thought that we could unbox this together and see what is inside. But with regards to launches that are going to be coming soon, all I'm saying is keep your eyes peeled on Bobbi Brown's Instagram and their website, because there's going to be some really fun things coming. And as a girl who is currently planning her wedding, I'm really excited for what is to come. That's all I'm going to say. But first of all, they have given me a top up of my absolute favourite, the vitamin enriched face base, and I love this. This is my favorite moisturizer to use in the morning, because it is a primer and a moisturizer all in one, and I just absolutely love that about it. It's really tacky in the best way possible, but it's I wouldn't say it's a primer first. It's very much a moisturizer first and foremost, and then primer is kind of almost the secondary kind of goal of this product, but it just means that your makeup's so nicely underneath it. I literally use this every single morning, even if I'm not wearing makeup. It's such a lovely one just to give you a bit more of a smoother complexion. I love it so much. So a top up of that, which is my absolute favorite. We then have a new launch in here, which I was chatting to the girls about, the new bronzing powder. Now if you're a fan of the shimmer bricks, the blushes from Bobbi Brown, you are going to love this. This is in the shade Golden Light, and oh my goodness me, when I tell you, this is the most beautiful bronzer shade I think I've ever laid my eyes on. Look at this. Oh my word. As I said, it's in the shade Golden Light, and it's a really, really beautiful like mid-tone brown. It's a little bit ashy, but in like a nice way. It's just not orangey. I don't mean it ashy in the sense of like it's too cool and it's too like grey. It's just like a very, very nice colour that I feel like is going to match so perfectly with me. I love the girls in Bobbi Brown as well because they know my skin tone. They know I'm a pale girly, so if you're like me, I think this is going to be a really beautiful one just to like warm up your complexion. Do a little bit of kind of contouring, do a little bit of bronzing, but nothing too orange, nothing too stark. The amount of times I've worn a bronzer and people have been like, oh, what's that on your cheek? And it's just like a strip of orange. I like something that blends in so, so beautifully, and this looks like it is going to be exactly that. So it's a new launch from Bobbi Brown, which I'm so, so excited to try because I've loved the shimmer bricks for a really long time, and I've always felt like they've really been missing just like a beautiful bronzing product, which I do use every single day. The face palette from Bobbi Brown, and it does have a bronzer in there, and I've loved it for so, so long. So I'm really glad to have a bronzer literally out by itself that I can use. We then have a blush, which if you guys have been around for a while, you'll know Bobbi Brown is literally the brand that has got me into blush. I used to not wear blusher at all. I am someone who has very rosy cheeks. Like I am quite a rosy girly, and especially if I get like hot, if I get flushed, I feel like my cheeks go really, really red. And for that reason, I always stopped myself from wearing blush. I always thought it would just make them so much redder, and it would be like so, it just wouldn't look cute. I almost thought I would look a bit doll-like, and it wasn't until I started using a Bobbi Brown blush that I realised just how much it enhances your face. It really helps to like pull the eye up, and the way that I apply my bronzer is literally right at the top of my cheekbone here. And oh my gosh, it has changed the game for me with regards to my makeup. So this is the blush in the shade Sand Pink Matte, and I'm so excited to see what colour this is actually, because I feel like this is going to be such a beautiful shade of pink. I'm very much like a pinky girl with regards to my blusher. Oh my gosh, it's actually quite mauvey. Oh, that's stunning. I feel like that's going to be beautiful with regards to kind of spring styling. Do you know what I love doing with blusher as well? I think this is like quite a Parisian technique. A lot of people literally call this like the French girl makeup, is to actually apply your bronzer, not your bronzer, your blusher on your eyes. In fact, I do that with both, depending on the kind of look I'm looking for. If I'm going for more of like a bronzy kind of brownie look, using my bronzer. If I want something a little bit more pink, a little bit more fun and playful, using your blusher as your eyeshadow. It's just such a beautiful way to pull your entire makeup look in together. Something I sometimes do as well, actually, I'll literally swirl my brush, I'll do a little bit of my eyeshadow, and then I'll almost like blend it into where my blusher is, and it just pulls the eye up. It is so, so beautiful. So a beautiful shade there. So that's the shade Sand Pink Matte, which I do think when it comes to blusher, especially in the summertime, a matte one is lovely because you don't want anything too shimmery and you don't want anything too much. We then have a top up of the No Smudge Waterproof Mascara, and especially when it comes to wedding makeup, let me tell you, waterproof mascara is a must. I know for a fact I'm going to bawl my eyes out on my wedding day. I am always a crier. Like, this is just a fact of life. Ellie is a crier. I cry at films, I cry at TV shows, I cry in life. I honestly, Alex just, I think he can probably count on one hand how many times I've cried in the last 24 hours. Like, I am such an emotional person. I feel the good emotions, and I feel the like, I wouldn't even say negative emotions, I just feel all the deep emotions so, so much, and I am always someone that cries at weddings. So a waterproof mascara is definitely a must to have on hand. You don't have to wear it every day, but actually, especially as we're going to spring summer, it's a really, really good one to have because it just means that you don't end up with like panda eyes by the end of the day. You know, when you get a bit sweaty, you get a bit hot, waterproof mascara is a must. And finally, a new launch for Bobbi Brown that I'm really, really excited to try is the Lip Plump serums. Now, you guys know that my favorite lip product to use at the moment is the Bobbi Brown lip, I think it's just called the lip balms, which I absolutely love. I'm actually wearing shade Bare Raspberry today, which has just been my favorite all throughout winter. I feel like I really need to start going back to like my summer colors with them, which this might just be the perfect product to try for summer. So this is in the shade Bare Pink, which is very much like a barely there kind of a shade. In fact, actually, I had the Bobbi Brown lip balm in the shade Bare Pink, and I was convinced there was no colour in it. And it was one time Alex and I, we were out and about. He was like, my lip's quite dry, have you got any lip balm? And I handed him that, and he said, I'm not wearing lipstick. I was like, it's not got any colour to it, don't be silly. It's fine. Gave it to him, he put it on his lips, and I do remember looking and thinking, just look very, very luscious now, but I'm not going to say anything. And it wasn't until we sat down and had some lunch, he wiped his mouth with a napkin. It was like pink pigment on the napkin, and he looked at me and went, that did have colour in it, didn't it? I was like, I didn't quite realize that it had. So it's a really, really lovely, like your lips but better kind of a color. Maybe don't give it to your boyfriend. if you don't want to end up going through a divorce. But oh my gosh, look how beautiful that packaging is. That is so stunning. Just the most perfect like pinky nudie color. I'm actually going to apply some now because I'm so excited for this. I just feel like, especially this summer with the weather getting warmer, I just want like a really hydrated, oh wow, really hydrated, plump, luscious lips. Not a lip gloss. I'm not a lip gloss kind of a gal, but oh my word, that feels beautiful. It smells really nice as well. I really love the smell of that. So as I said, it's a lip serum, so it's not an oil, it's not a liner, it's not a lipstick. It's very much like a hydrating, oh, that is just so lovely. Hydrating, almost feels like I've just applied moisturizer to my lips. That is so nice. And as you can see, there's not really a color. I've still just got the bare raspberry that I had on earlier. So I feel like this is going to become a staple in my everyday makeup. In fact, this might be one that I actually keep in my handbags, because I feel like it's more of like a top-up product, especially if your lips are feeling like a little bit dry throughout the day. Maybe you've eaten, you've drunk, you just want a little top-up on your lips. I feel like this is going to be perfect. So the loveliest products to have been sent away with from Bobbi Brown after the loveliest lunchtime meeting yesterday. I can already tell that this is going to be a new favourite. If it's already been launched, I will leave it linked down below. She did say that this was a new launch from Bobbi, so I'm not sure if it will be out yet or if I'm giving away secrets that I'm not supposed to be giving away, but I might have to double check my sources to make sure that I'm not going to get in trouble sharing this. But I can already tell this is going to become an absolute staple in my spring summer makeup bag. Okay, I've just double checked on the lip serum and this has been released, so I'm not going to get in trouble for sharing this. I will leave it linked down below because I am already obsessed with this. I feel like I need it in a few more shades as well, for something a little bit just like with a bit more colour. I love the bare pink, but I think for the summer it will be perfect to have a couple of more shades with just a little bit more colour to them. In fact, actually, I've got literally my favourite lip tints here. So these are the lip balms I was talking about. They're called the Extra Lip Tints. This is the shade Bare Raspberry, which I've got on my lips at the moment. They always look a little bit more kind of pigmented than they actually are. Like, it looks quite red, but actually on the lips it's just such a lovely, really subtle raspberry tone. So I absolutely love that. And I believe I've also got the Extra Lip Tint in the shade Bare Pink. So those will pair really nicely together on the days when I just want a bit of a no makeup look. I feel like that's what Bobbi Brown does best. Also, whilst I'm here, this is the face palette that I was talking about earlier that I am just obsessed with. It was a Christmas release, so I don't know if it's still available at the moment, but this is what I've been using every single day with regards to my blusher and my bronzer. I don't really use the highlight shade too much unless I'm like going out for the evening. I'll often use it as a eyeshadow shade, and I'll sometimes do a little bit of highlight if I'm looking for a bit more of a glam look. But for every day I've been loving this blush and bronze, but I can't wait to update that with the more spring shades ready for the new season. Despite the fact that my bouquet didn't quite make it home with me, I did make it home with a beautiful goodie bag after yesterday's event. So this is the brand that we were there with. Funny how flowers do that. They are actually an Amsterdamian? A Dutch brand? I feel like you can say Londonian, but Amsterdamian doesn't really work. They are a Dutch brand who have this initiative about educating people on flowers, how to style them, how to maintain them. It's honestly so interesting. So I will leave a link to their website down below, but they were so kind with what they sent us away with. First of all, we got a beautiful new vase, which I think I've told you I've been banned from buying vases, but being gifted one is a completely different story. This is so beautiful. I can't wait to do a little flower arrangement in this. I think this will be so beautiful. Because of the way that it's kind of lit, I feel like tulips would look gorgeous with this. Any kind of flower that kind of bends over. Maybe alliums I think would be nice when they start bending over. Or what they called, hellebores. Couldn't think of the name then. Hellebores would be gorgeous. So a beautiful vase. We also have, which I believe this looks to me like it's seed paper. It is a seed paper notebook. How cute is that? I've never tried seed paper before, so I'll be really interested to see how it works. But printed on plantable seed paper, wildflower seed mix with daisies, corn poppy, and myosotis. Anyone who's a proper flower lover will be laughing at my pronunciation then. Please let me know how I actually pronounce that. Myosotis, I believe. But how cute is that? And a lovely little notebook, which I do love a notebook, and it's even got a beautiful little poppy edging to it. That is so lovely. We also were sent away with a new pair of secateurs, which I'm very grateful for because mine are actually really blunt, and I definitely need this for all the work we are planning on doing in the garden. There is going to be a lot of cutting back that we need to do. We also were sent away with our flower frogs, which I'm really excited about because I'd never used a flower frog up until yesterday. I know so many people swear by them, but I'd never used one, and actually they were so easy to use. So I've got 2 flower frogs, a little cookie, which looks absolutely lovely. Look, it's got a little printed flower on there. That is so, so lovely, a little pressed flower, and a candle, which I'm very excited to light. This looks like it's going to be a very spring-like candle. It is sandalwood and rose geranium, which my candle does not want to focus on. See if we can get it to focus there. There we go, sandalwood and rose geranium. How lovely does that look? It is really giving me spring vibes. A beautiful little botanical candle. So some lovely goodies after yesterday's event that are making me very, very excited for spring. Well, I'm not going to lie to you, I wasn't quite planning on this being a wedding themed vlog. I feel like it's almost too soon from moving into the new house to jump fully back into wedding planning mode. However, I did actually have a delivery arrive the other day that I'm waiting to show you, and I feel like now is the perfect opportunity, seeing as though we have been discussing all things wedding bouquets, wedding beauty, wedding makeup, and I thought it would be a great time to talk about wedding guest dresses or bridesmaid dresses, because that's something I'm going to have to start thinking about soon. And I had a gorgeous new delivery arrive from Phase 8, which I do feel like whenever it comes to like wedding guest styling, Phase 8 have just got it nailed. And we are heading into wedding season. In fact, this time last year, the first wedding I had of the year was on the 1st of April. So we'll have like already been kick-starting with regards to wedding season. I've already seen some people on like Instagram talking about their weddings. I've seen a couple of people who are wedding guests at the moment, and I feel like now is the perfect opportunity to start looking at those wedding guest outfits. If you have a wedding coming up this spring or this summer, I feel like Phase 8 is just like the best place to look for with regards to your wedding guest dresses. So let me show you the dresses that I've been picking up, because I do feel like these are just the ultimate wedding guest pieces. I feel like you're just going to be so well dressed, you're going to look so beautiful, and the most important thing is you're going to be so confident. So I do find that when you're going somewhere, especially like a wedding where you just know all day every day you're just going to be taking loads of photos, you want to feel as beautiful as you look. And these dresses, oh my gosh, wait until you see them. Now, you know I've already called it. Navy blue is the colour of the season, and I've definitely noticed that with regards to wedding guest outfits, wedding guest attire. I can imagine a lot of people are going to be going for navy blue with regards to bridesmaids this year. In fact, this would make a beautiful bridesmaid dress. I mean, obviously it's just going to be a wedding guest dress here, but this would also be a beautiful bridesmaid dress. And I feel like this is the kind of style that would just flatter so many body shapes. It would suit so many body types. And of course, navy blue goes with so many different skin tones. So it's a great colour and great style to choose. But this first dress, I cannot get over how lightweight this is. If you have a wedding this summer, I feel like this would be a great one to choose from, because summer can be really, really tricky, because you know you're going to be so much. I've been to so many summer weddings where I've literally been dying because I've been wearing like a really thick dress with quite a full skirt, and I just didn't know what to do with myself, whereas this dress is so unbelievably lightweight. It's a beautiful like chiffon-y material, and I'm so obsessed with this kind of detailing at the top. I feel like it's very demure. It's the kind of dress you can keep in your wardrobe for such a long time. You can rewear to different weddings, you can rewear to different occasions. Because of the colour, this could be styled up as more of like an evening do dress, but it can also be worn as like a wedding guest dress. I feel like this is one of the kind of dresses that you just keep in your wardrobe forever and ever. It's a great last minute one as well to keep in your wardrobe. You get a last minute invite to some kind of fancy evening, or a last minute invite if you are like a wedding guest evening invite. This would be so perfect to have in your wardrobe. I think this would just be such a gorgeous one for a summer wedding this year. Oh my goodness me, how stunning does this look? This is just gorgeous. Now, none of these dresses are petite, so I am aware that I might have to get some of them altered. I think if I was to wear this one, it would probably end up having to be altered because it's just ever so slightly too long on me, even with a pair of heels, which, can I just say, when it comes to wedding guest styling, the best pair of shoes that I can recommend investing in is a pair of Castagna espadrilles, because I feel like whenever it comes to wedding styling, they just go with everything. Like, I've worn them to abroad weddings, I've worn them them to weddings here in the UK. I've worn them to summer party weddings. I've worn them to kind of like estate, like hotel weddings. They just go with everything and they are so comfortable. The main thing that you want to think about during wedding season is your comfort, because you're going to be on your feet all day, you're going to be dancing the night away, and if you don't want to bring a spare pair of shoes to change into, you can last the night in these. So I would definitely recommend picking up a pair of espadrilles. But can we just appreciate the style and fit of this dress? It just skims my waist so beautifully, and as I said, it's so lightweight. I also love the fact that it's got these like fluted sleeves. I find fluted sleeves very, very flattering on me. I'm not someone that loves my arms, so I really love that. I feel like with just a beautiful little pendant necklace, this could be so beautiful as a bridesmaid dress. You could wear your hair up, you could wear it down. This is one of those dresses, as I said, that I feel like you can keep in your wardrobe for such a long time. It's demure, it's elegant, it's ageless, which you know I go on about all the time, but it is just so beautiful. I'm obsessed with the way that the tulle kind of like falls over the lining of the skirt. It moves so beautifully. I can't gush about this enough. It is just absolutely stunning. This next one is seriously giving me like garden party wedding vibes. It's another trend I've definitely noticed with regards to weddings this year. I feel like the kind of like garden party theme with weddings is huge at the moment, and I love it. I feel like it's so fun, whether you're looking for like a barn wedding where you're literally out on a field, or whether you're doing a marquee. Garden party weddings are just the wedding of 2024, and I feel like this dress would be the perfect dress to wear to a garden party wedding. It's the most beautiful, again, navy blue dress, a different kind of navy blue though. I feel like you can tell the difference between the jumper that I'm wearing and this dress. The other one was a bit more similar to the jumper. It's like a deeper, darker navy blue with a beautiful polka dot detail. And what I really love about this is the kind of dress that you can rewear. It doesn't just have to be a wedding guest dress. This is the kind of dress that I feel like you can dress up or dress down. Pair it with a beautiful pair of espadrilles, a cute little handbag, and it is wedding appropriate. Pair it with some white trainers and a crossbody bag thrown over your shoulders, or even sandals and a basket bag, and you've got more of just like a garden party dress. Doesn't have to be a garden party wedding, but this is the kind of dress that I think is perfect to pick up when it comes to wedding season. A beautiful one to wear as a wedding guest, but the kind of dress that you can keep in your wardrobe forever. I hate wedding guest dresses that you literally only wear once and you never wear again, because they're like so formal that you can never rewear them, or there's such a particular like style or color that you've got to go for. This is so beautiful. I love the fact that it's a wrap as well. I find that really flattering because you can really cinch in your waist and create that beautiful feminine silhouette. I am absolutely in love with this dress. I feel like this is going to be the kind of dress I live in summer. You know what I'm like? I often go overdressed to things, and so this is the kind of dress that I just live in throughout spring, summer. I love wearing them. They make me feel so feminine, they make me feel so beautiful. But as I said, especially when it comes to wedding season, I feel like this would be such a beautiful option. Oh my goodness me, how beautiful does this look? Can we just appreciate the way the skirt moves? I am obsessed. How fun is this going to be when you're dancing in the evening? Who else dances like this? I'm such a like old lady dancer. I just love to like move my hips and just sway my hands back and forth, but it pairs so beautifully with the espadrilles. I feel like these are just going to go with every single one of these dresses. They really are a good investment for a reason. I've got a pair in cream and I also have a pair in black, and then depending on the kind of color scheme of the dress, depending on what I'm wearing, I can choose what I'd like to wear with them. And it also means that you can just get like a little summer garden party bag. I think would look gorgeous. Like a little clutch bag would just be beautiful. The style of this dress though, oh my word, the way that it cinches in at the waist, because it is a wrap, I've been able to tie it super tight and give me that really feminine silhouette. Again, it's got the most beautiful kind of like fluted sleeves, and I love the v-neck. I always feel like a v-neck is super flattering for a wedding because you can just wear a beautiful pendant, whether that's like a pearl, a diamond. I think it'll be so gorgeous. And again, you can wear your hair up or down with this. This is really making me feel like I need to fake tan looking in the mirror. I feel like I look so pale, but we're not looking at my skin color, we are looking at the dress. And this dress is another absolute beauty, one that I could definitely picture myself wearing to a wedding, but I can also picture just myself wearing throughout the summer. You know what I'm like with my dresses? I just love to wear beautiful dresses all throughout the summer, and this is one I can definitely see myself wearing a lot this year. Okay, so we've got one that's a little bit different, but equally as beautiful. This to me is much more of a summer wedding guest dress. Again, super lightweight, but obviously the color scheme of it is a little bit lighter, it's a little bit more summery, very floral. And again, I think this would work so beautiful for summer garden party wedding. Actually, this would work for quite a few different types of weddings. I definitely could see this in like a manor house. I could see this in like a country hotel. I could see this in a barn. I could see this for like a garden party. Depending on how you style it, I feel like this dress could work for a lot of different things. And what you could do, if you're someone that doesn't really like their arms, or you know you're going to be outside all day, you could do a little shawl over your shoulders, a cute little cardigan, even like a bolero kind of coat. I love this dress. I think it's so beautiful. The pleating is gorgeous and the floral detailing to it, oh my word, I am absolutely in love. So if you're going to a wedding this summer, I feel like May, June, July would be the perfect months to style this up. I feel like this could be such a gorgeous option. And I think actually, if I remember correctly, when I was on the Phase 8 website picking this out, they also have this style and a couple of other colorways. So I'll leave it linked down below along to all of these dresses as well, but this could be such a gorgeous option for a wedding this year. Oh my goodness me, I am in love. Another beautiful number from Phase 8. I'm obsessed with this neckline. I feel like as a shorter girl, I always love quite a high neckline because it really helps like pull the eye up and elongate your neck. I actually think this would also make a beautiful bridesmaid's dress. I almost wish they did one in like different kind of variations of this color, because how beautiful would it be if you had like a pink, a blue, a green, a purple? I think that would look stunning. But I love the colorway of it. I love the floral detailing. The fact that it's like an ombre with the pleated skirt just adds so much to it. Again, one that I may potentially have to get altered. If you're new around here and you don't know me personally, you don't know my measurements, I am 5 foot exactly, so I am very petite. And the fact that none of these have been bought from the petite section means that they are going to fit probably 99% of you watching, especially if you're wearing a cute little pair of heels with it. But the way the dress moves, the way it styles, and I love the fact that you've got your shoulders out and free. It just makes it feel so much more like summery. But as I said, you could throw like a little bolero over your shoulders. You could throw a little shawl if you wanted like a little bit more kind of like cover up, especially for the evening if it's going to get a little bit chilly. But the way the waist cinches you in and the way that the material flows, I think this might be my favourite one out of the lot, and I wasn't expecting it to be. I feel like this has been a bit of a wild card, but it really is giving summer wedding guest vibes. And lastly, another beautiful wedding guest dress that I again would argue could be beautiful as a bridesmaid dress. If you are getting married this year and you've been really struggling to find bridesmaids dresses that don't cost the earth but still look beautiful, definitely check out Phase 8 because I saw so many on there, and this I could totally picture being a bridesmaid dress. It's really beautiful in the fact that it's sleeveless. I really like that because it makes it a little bit more summery, because obviously navy blue can be seen as a bit more of like a wintry color. So to bring it into summer, it's got the sleeveless look. It's also pure silk, so it's going to be so lightweight and comfortable for the bridesmaids to wear. Obviously, if you're wearing this as a wedding guest, this would also be so comfortable. I love the pleated skirt to it. It's so gorgeous, and it's also got a little tie waist detail, so you can really cinch in that waist and create that beautiful streamlined silhouette. I do find that the more feminine silhouettes are the ones where your shoulders come out a little bit and you get that real kind of like triangular shape going down to your waist. I am so in love with this. Again, as you can see, it's like more of a navy blue. It's kind of similar to the jumper that I'm wearing, which is just, it really is the color of this season. I'm calling it now. I feel like navy blue I'm just going to see everywhere with regards to wedding colors and wedding styling, and I am not going to complain because I absolutely adore navy blue. But this is a dress that I just think is so gorgeous. Again, can be reworn at time and time again to different types of weddings. I would definitely say that this isn't as much like a garden party wedding. This is more estate, this is more manor house, this is more London vibes. Like, this is very elegant and very demure, which I'm not saying the others aren't, but this is very much giving that kind of like, I feel like when it comes to being a wedding guest, you do have to think about the setting that you're going to be in, and this to me is very much giving like manor house vibes. But another beautiful option if you are looking at some wedding guest styling this year. I am just in love with it. Well, I think it is safe to say it that I have saved the showstopper till last. Look at this dress. It is beautiful. Again, the way the skirt moves, the material is stunning. The fact that it's pure silk means that it is so soft against my skin, and I feel like it's going to be so perfect for a summer wedding because it's really breathable, super comfortable to wear. But again, you can throw a bolero over your shoulders, you can throw a shawl over your shoulders, especially for the evening if you do start to get a bit chilly. This is the kind of wedding guest dress as well. I feel like depending on your accessories, wearing it with some lighter tones like some whites and creams, it makes it a bit more spring summer. But you could also wear this as like a winter wedding guest dress. dress with some like darker accessories, black shoes, a black clutch bag, some more like sparkly jewellery. I feel like this would be perfect for. I'm obsessed with how it looks and how it feels. Again, needs a slight alteration for my very, very petite frame, but I'm never against having things altered to make them fit perfectly. So another beautiful number. As I said, we may have just saved the best till last. This is just absolutely beautiful, a real showstopper wedding guest dress. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, if that wedding guest try on dress haul has taught me anything, it is that I seriously need to fake tan. I could not tell you the last time I fake tan. I think it may have been Christmas. I literally haven't fake tanned for the entirety of winter, and I feel like in person it never looks that bad. I'm pretty accepting of the fact that I'm a very pale girl, and a lot of my makeup, I very much do like pale girl makeup. It's just who I am. But whenever I look in the camera and like look in the viewfinder, I'm like, wow, you need a little bit of color, just a little bit of a glow is all you need. And I do feel like my attitude towards fake tan has changed. In fact, this has definitely been the first winter where I have gone for literally the entirety of winter without putting on a drop of fake tan, and I feel so much better for it. I definitely have noticed a bit of a shift actually. It's not just with me. I'm pretty sure there's been a shift, like a cultural shift around tan, where a lot of people used to want to be as like bronzed as possible. They wanted to be as like fake baked as possible. Now a lot of us are embracing our natural skin tones, and we're just maybe going for like a bit more of a glow rather than like a full-on 3 shades darker kind of a tan. And the thing that I've been loving actually, I haven't even touched like a proper fake tan in about a year, I would say, maybe less than. I might be telling a complete lie here, but I feel like I haven't touched like a proper scrub on scrub off fake tan for ages. What I've been loving actually, which I've just bought a top up of because I completely ran out of this because I haven't used it for so long, it's the Tan Luxe Gradual Tan. It's an illuminating gradual tan lotion, and I do feel like gradual tans are kind of the way forward. And I do feel like, especially if you are like prepping for weddings, if you are a wedding guest, do not the night before just go from completely pale to fake baking a massive fake tan on. I feel like this is so much better to do a much more gradual natural glow. You just want to be looking a little bit more like glowy. You just want to look like you've got a bit of colour to your skin, that you've seen a little bit of sunshine, which, let's be honest, in the UK we haven't seen it in a really long time. So I feel like something like this is so much better to use rather than like a full-on mitt scrub fake tan kind of a vibe. So I know what my plan is for the evening. I'm gonna have a shower, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a pamper, and I'm gonna use a light layer of the Tan Luxe Gradual Tan just to give myself a little bit of colour. As I said, I don't want to look like I'm 3 shades darker. I just want to look a little bit glowy. So that is my plan for the evening. So I think I'm going to leave this vlog here. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the new in pieces. As I said, I wasn't expecting for this to become a full-on wedding themed vlog, but let me know if you're excited for the wedding content to come back. In fact, you can get to the comment section, comment down below bridal in your comments so I know that you got to the end of this video, because I always love knowing who gets to the end of the videos because I'm aware that I can ramble on. But it's really exciting that wedding season is officially here, and I feel like now that we're back in wedding season, it's going to really inspire me to basically give me a kick up the arse that I need to start planning our wedding again and start really get the ball rolling, because I haven't been thinking about it for months. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you're having a lovely evening. If you haven't hit the subscribe button already, I'd love it if you hit it now, because I know we've had lots of new faces since moving into the new house. So I hope you're enjoying seeing more than just the new house, but life that's been going on, going up and down from London, here in the New Forest. I like to show it all. I feel like I show a real mixture. London Ellie and New Forest Ellie are two very different people. But anyway, I'm gonna get myself showered, get myself pampered, and have a lovely, cozy evening. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.